for, I'm fighting for. Show me love, sweet it over, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love, and sweet grow colder. Let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never There's a blanket on the sofa that I used to keep you warm. When I find you fast asleep at 4:30. There's a record we keep turning that reminds us of our youth, but there's still nothing as beautiful as you. Show me love as we get older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never because your hand belongs in my hand, belongs in your hand, belongs with me. Show me love as we get older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never
I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I live alone on my own, won't you save me? I've got hope, but I need more than that. You can help me, bring me down to earth. got problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, put your mind to rest. And she said, I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I walk alone on my own, won't you leave me? There's a road, but I need more than that. If you help me, no one will get hurt. And I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. You and I have problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, lay your mind to rest, your mind to rest. From my top to my toe, right from the word go, I was falling, I was falling. Before you even know, the cracks start to show. I was falling, I was falling. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there.
Let the record show I just didn't know. Said I wanted someone strange to show me the ropes. Now strange seems like a different kind of girl altogether I had in my mind. She broke in my house just to see where I was, and I said, she crawled in my bed, said she did it just because. She must be the one I'm waiting on. I just couldn't wait. I needed change, so I looked for her to tell me something strange. Now strange seems like a different kind of thought altogether I had in my mind. She broke in my house just to see where I was, and I said,
a vibe all inside of my head. Drove from the flesh to the bones I dread. And even when the darkness knows us tight, life's divide, let me burn to ground. I have a vibe all inside of my head. Drove from the flesh to the bones I dread. And even when the darkness knows us tight, life's divide, let me burn to ground.
Why are you guys just getting so annihilated? Oh my god! Mirror running out of bullets, but he's still gonna go for it. Oh my lord!
And transition and cue.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to CSGO Fight Night. How are you all doing this lovely afternoon? Hope you guys are all well. And my name is Blitzy Nation, and I'm joined today by Josh Martin. Josh, you want to introduce yourself to the cast?
Hey everybody, I'm here. I've been here quite a lot recently. We've got an awesome best of one for you. It's the CSGO Fight Night qualifiers. We're going to be bringing you one of these every single day for the rest of this week. Yesterday we saw, what did we see yesterday? We saw Project 5 face up against, I can't remember who they were called. Either way, Project 5 won. They're one of our 8 that are going to be playing in the CSGO Fight Night tournament on the 22nd of May. So that's just 10 days' time. So make sure you tune in for that one. And today we have got Orgles, which is effectively the X-Vex roster. You got Russ, Adam9130, Z and X, Remoy, and they used to have Horvey, but he's recently left, so they had a sub in. I believe it was Connor for this match, and they'll be facing up against NerdRage, who obviously the X-Checks roster merged into NerdRage. Obviously, we've seen those boys around a lot. The Core 3 won the last Grosvenor event, so this would be a really, really good match, really, really close one. Obviously, it's only a best of one. Whoever loses it is out of the qualifier. Whoever wins it goes on to our top 8, who will qualify for the main tournament in just 10 days' time. But I think this would be a really, really close game, a really interesting one to see, as it's two top UK teams. Yeah, this whole qualifier was a European qualifier. We saw lots of teams from all around Europe. We saw a lot of CIS teams, and it's interesting in the match that counts to see two top UK teams battling it out.
Absolutely. I'm as excited as you are. Obviously, I've been casting a lot of the Army CSGO, so it's nice to see some of the top flight teams going up against each other in what is going to be a very, very action-packed best of one. So what we usually do is we usually put our predictions out there as to who's going to take this one. Obviously, it's only best of one today, so we've got to get it right, Josh. So I'm going to let you go first, only because I tend to be wrong when I go first. So I'll let you go first.
I will put any amount of money in the world on the fact that Orgles will win. And my scoreline prediction is 16-14.
Very interesting
very
prediction. Now, you're a very smart man, Josh. You're a very smart man. And I would never, ever go against a prediction of yours. Though, to keep things interesting in our stream today, I am going to put my money on NerdRage. I think it's going to be the same scoreline, though, 16-14.
Okay. Alrighty.
Just gonna jump straight into our pistol round by the looks of things, as we have NerdRage and Orgles on Nuke. A great map to start things off tonight on EFL GG.
Indeed it is. Right now, though, NerdRage, they've got themselves right down secrets. Brody and LNZ been tagged up really, really low. But they've got the man advantage. And they're just outside of this B site. Ready to initiate on, but actually it's all a big bamboozle. They're going up the ladder, back onto A. NerdRage have no idea. And Orgles5, they should be able to get the bomb plant here as well. There we go, it goes down.
That's a crazy three-piece there coming in from Orgles. Just going to be a 1v2 situation now. Ping does get domed by Rust there. That's a great round pick up from Orgles.
Yeah, really strong start.
Your prediction's looking very good so far, Josh.
Oh, yeah. Indeed, though, a very strong start. T-side nuke, it's not the easiest side. Obviously, it's been heavily balanced in the recent months. Or I say recent months, I think the last iteration they actually did was about last year. But the map has been heavily balanced out, but it's still not a whole lot of fun as a T-side. You want to try and take as many rounds as possible, and Ping doing a fair amount of damage, but not allowed any more than that, as he's forced to fall right back. Still doing damage, though. Finally finds himself a kill on the form of ZNX. Actually, this is all falling apart, as Brody's found two, LNZ's found himself one as well, and Rust finds himself in a 1-on-3. It is Rust, though. You certainly can't count him out. A fantastic player, but he's got 3 players to find, and now he's smoked off. And he's low HP as he gets tagged up through the smoke. I don't see this happening for him at all, and this is a fantastic opportunity for NerdRage to trade out that pistol round. Bring things 1-1. Rust still got a minute on the clock, though. Definitely doable. He seems to have a good idea where Tadpole is. Tadpole knows he's been spotted. He is going to fall back off of it, and that's pretty much Rust out of this one.
Very unfortunate for Russ. He's going to be looking around to maybe try and pick up 1 or 2 heads here to finish things off for the round. He's going to hide himself away in a corner. If Brody does peek around, he might have the opportunity to take him down. With that AK as well, he would have an advantage against LNZ. But just going to see the clock tick down. And another round, but this time going the way of NerdRage. I do like when games do go this way. Very excited to cast back and forth action. And hard to predict as well. So we can only guess who's going to take the win, but obviously these two teams, like we said, very, very, very good.
Yeah, both top tier teams. It's always very interesting to see two teams like this battling it out, and as you say, you can't count them out. That's what's so interesting about this kind of caliber, is that you take a pistol round, you've got the firepower advantage, you're buying the guns, your opponent's just down to these pistols, and you think, do you know what, this should be our round. But when you've got these players that are so dangerous with a 5.7, with a deagle, it only takes them to get a couple of kills, they pick up your guns, that's it. Like, there's not a whole lot more to it. So, Orgles5, no doubt about it, forced into this one. Seeing the 4 deagles, 1 AK on Russ. Crispy aim on some of these players though, so definitely potential for them to land those headshots. So they're all stacked up outside ramp, and it's only Tadpole with the UMP to try and hold it up. I think he might struggle here if they do choose to push through.
That they might. Connor, he's going to be leading the charge here. And are we going to see Tadpole get overwhelmed by these pistols? Or is he going to get a nice spray down and keep us cool? Here we go. They're starting to slowly creep on up now. Though Tadpole does have backup. That's a very good name. Touchdown. He does find one. Only finds the 2. He gets tapped down. Jazer, though, there to back him up. Gets another kill onto Remoy. There's gonna be Adam left alone. And Ping does pick him up very easily there. NerdRage 2-1 up.
Tadpole has done his job perfectly there. He's relayed the information for his teammate Jazar to come in, get him to throw that grenade, get 2 players down low. Tadpole can swing out, find himself 2 kills, and his teammate's still there to provide the support from under ladder as well. Fantastic ramp hold, and yeah, very, very good round from NerdRage. Going to mean that they can retain their weapons, and it's going to force Orgles5 right down to just those Glocks, and I can't imagine they'll get anything in this round. They'll be hoping for a bomb plant. I think they're going to go for a vent dive here, but Brody on the other side surely going to deny it, with Jazar opening things up as well.
Ooh, 3 kills going the way of NerdRage already. Connor does find the refrag, and he does manage to get out of there. CT's not looking to hunt him, but Connor's getting brave. He goes for another peek. Does decide to finally back out of there now as Adam. He's trying to find a way in as well. But with only a pistol, there isn't really much he can do unless he finds that loose rifle that's fallen out of Brody's hands, though he's not in the right place for it. Does he know that Ping has crept out? Oh, God. They're playing Super Sleuth with each other at the moment. I don't think either of them know. It's Ping, he's got into secret, and we have Adam climbing up into heaven to see if he can find anything here this round. Definitely making a meal of it. And he does finally go down. 3rd round going the way of NerdRage.
Yeah, it was ambitious from Adam. There was definitely potential if he had timing on his side to find himself something, especially if he found that rifle of Brody. But all of the CTs stacked up on that rifle, making sure Adam can't retrieve it. And yeah, there's not a whole lot he can do with that Glock, especially from a long-range position like Heaven. So NerdRage taking that round pretty convincingly, keeping 4 players alive. But now they're up against a full buy, and Adam opening things up. A nice headshot onto LNZ. Getting a little bit aggressive. So he finds himself onto Tadpole as well, finally traded, but he's done his round as the entry. He's got the info, he's got his team the man advantage. And it allows them to get right down secret, and Ping has no idea. There we go, he's going to fall to ZNX, and the 2-man advantage now. Make that 1 as Brody goes down 2. It's all on Jazar, a 1v4. Can't land the shot onto Remoy as he's going to fall. And Orgles. Well, that was an absolute steamroll of a round for them.
Absolutely. It's good to see a very quick rebuttal. Not letting NerdRage get away with it too quickly. Especially on a map like Nuke as well, where mostly previous iterations of the map have been very CT-sided. So, obviously, getting those rounds on T-side, super, super important. We're going to see a nice rifle buyout coming out from the TZ. Didn't lose too many rifles. Jazar's finally got the AWP in hand. Ping sticking to the deagle. Looks like we've got a small outside push, trying to work out where these CTs are going to be hiding.
DJs are spamming through that smoke, just about missing the shots. Well, a nice headshot from Ping coming in, but he gets quickly traded by Remoy. Brings things into a 4-on-4. Jazar's got a fantastic angle, but he can't connect the shot. Goes for the repeat. Is it going to cost him? Just about gets away with it. But Adam finding himself one onto the site means that they are able to get down vent, but as Connor falls, Tadpole gets Remoy from outside as well. NerdRage have dealt with this pretty well. They've got themselves the man advantage. But Orgles will be able to get the bomb plant. Russ coming in, trying to stop those rotations, but Tadpole's going to take down Adam, and Russ now, a 1 versus 3 for him to clutch. And he's got to get there before they can get that bomb defused in, but he doesn't want to give away his position. It's all over for him, surely.
There he goes. Falls very quickly to Tadpole. Bomb defuse is going to come in. NerdRage get one back on Orgles. And, yeah, that was a good round, actually, to see. Russ a little slow there, trying to get onto the bomb site, but like you're saying, doesn't want to give it away too early. Obviously, those 1v3 situations, they can be, you know, they are doable, especially in this level of CS. Josh, you've seen both these teams play previously. If you were to say which side has more of an advantage on this map, who would you give it to?
I'm not too sure about this map. Orgles, although they've got... Well, they've only got a core 2 now, yeah? Adam and Russ played together in Vexed. And obviously they've got the same coach, they've got the same manager. But ZNX, Connor and Remoy are 3 new additions to this team. So, I mean, Connor isn't even necessarily a permanent change. He is just standing in for this tournament. So, I honestly have no idea how they would normally perform on Nuke. In terms of how the teams are, just statistically, I think Orgles have got a slight advantage. But you've got to remember, NerdRage, they've been a pretty established roster, except for Jazar, for quite a long time now. So they should be the better team on Nuke. But they just need to make sure that they do stay on top of their aim jewels. They're doing so this round, though, playing the trading game. They've taken the man advantage as we find ourselves in a 4v3, but Adam peeking out A, wants to find himself something, giving his team back that advantage, but not going to be able to find it. He gets taken down by Jazar. A fantastic AWPer. I think he is just a stand-in for this one as well. I don't think he is a permanent change, but I mean, he has proved his worth in the past. He used to play for Fnatic Academy, this guy. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. Russ gonna fall, and NerdRage find themselves 5-2 right now.
Good pick out for NerdRage. We seem to be seeing Russ last alive in a lot of these situations. Obviously, he is currently top fragging as well for Orgles at the moment. There's 6 kills. He's looking like the cornerstone for the team at the moment. Let's hope that the other members of the team will pick it up, and this might be the chance for them to do it. We see a massive train coming down that ramp position. There is one lagging behind. There we go. They do finally pick up Tadpole, who's just running away, but too many T's have fallen already, as it puts them in a 4v2. Adam and wow, left alive. Make that one less. Adam does fall, but he's found an AK now, taking down Brody. Put him in a 1v3, make that a 1v2. Great shot. Let's try and push out a bit prematurely before the flash. It doesn't pay off. Ping picking him up. Quite the quick round there for NerdRage, though they did lose a little bit of equipment there during the round.
Yeah, ZNX, the ex-endpoint fragger. He is absolutely nuts, and he showcased it right there. Orgles doing a lot of damage on that eco round. Well, not quite an eco round, bit of a force, but more damage than they should have been able to do. Unfortunately for them, unable to get the bomb plant though, which means they won't be able to pull an AWP into this round. Unsure whether they would have wanted it or not though. We're just going for these rifles, playing their default. Taking that map control. So NerdRage pretty much doing the same on the CT side, playing this really, really passive. You've got 2 players holding smokes. just waiting for as soon as there's any kind of contact, any steps or anything, they throw those smokes down, they call the rotation. Playing very disciplined CS right now, but Orgles, they've thrown that wall of smokes outside. It's looking like they're going to try and get down secret with Connor coming ramp late.
Very slow round compared to the last. We do see Remo and Ping playing peekaboo in the smoke here. They're getting around each other. In fact, these smokes blocking off so much line of sight. Two have managed to slip through. Ping's finally got the information that they're there. Does find one, but it's all chaos now on the A site as Adam takes down two. One by fire as well. Ping roasts on the A site. It's going to be a 3 versus 4, but there are 2 CTs. And make that 3, in fact. Tadpole does find Remoy lurking in the background. Put it down to a 3 versus 3 as Smoke blocks down one of the T's going down into the B site. Connor, he has backup. He's gonna get the bomb down. Look at the HP on Rust, though. So low. Is he gonna really be able to do anything here to help Connor? He's gonna be coming in at a different angle, though, which could pay off. He might just catch LNZ. No, he's gone the other way. You make that, oh dear, the timing not paying off for Russ there. He could have picked off LNZ there, but now he's going to do it alone. Doesn't even catch one there. The bomb ticking away. It should be defused, though. That's the 7th round on the board for NerdRage.
Yeah, Tadpole just about getting it in time. Rust, it was a valiant effort, but actually NerdRage played that post plant really, really well. They knew that he was going to be coming from the double doors, so they put one on top of the rafters, one on site, and there's absolutely no chance of Rust making a spray transfer like that, especially whilst on 18 HP. So NerdRage take themselves the round. So we go into round number 10 right now. They've blown the door open. Gives the illusion of some kind of fast vent play, but it's not what they're going to be going for. Rust just sitting on the other side. And Tadpole, seeing much of the same actually, just holding with that smoke. Gonna throw a nade in, does a little bit of damage to Connor. He's gonna give away that he's there though. But I mean, it's not particularly important information. Like, there's always gonna be a player around that area, so Connor's not gonna do a whole lot with it. Ping's positioning here though could be detrimental as the nades come over. The Molotov is going to force him out, though. They predicted him to be there, and Remoy is going to find the frag. That is very, very smart, but even smarter from Brody, expecting Remoy to be in the smoke. Finds himself one back. And A main now desperately trying to find himself a kill. There's 2 players close, but they're not peeking him. He spotted one, but he has to fall off of it.
Spray down through that smoke there. I wouldn't have been able to pick that up. But let's carry on with the action as we see Russ does bump into Tadpole. Tadpole finds a second. He's keeping that ramp room locked down. He's in the wrong position. ZNX, he's found Brody, and Adam has slipped through the net. He's got the bomb down on B. Jazer is there to pick him up. Will he be able to get this diffuser before ZNX can get into position? He's charging down to the door room now. Does pick up Jay. And now he's in a 1v1. He's backed away and getting himself into a different position. This is smart. LNZ trying to work out where this final T is going to be hiding. Gonna have to get it right here. And ZNX, masterclass there to protect that bomb. Is he going to take the big green gun? I don't think he is. And that's a 3rd round on the board for Orgles. Interesting round coming through from them.
Yeah, it is, but it puts them back on the board. Means they can start closing this gap. NerdRage, they had a really good, well, bounce back. I'd say Orgles, they had a fantastic start. I thought to myself, do you know what? T-side nuke, really, really strong pistol round. If they can keep this up, then we'll see something big, but not so much as NerdRage pulled it right back. And now, a 4 versus 4. Jays are desperately low on HP. But they've actually taken a lot of control, which they can relay the information. Brody should have heard that as well from ZNX, so he can play this close corner. You just got to hope that his aim doesn't fail him. And Orgles all outside right now. Tadpole gets caught off. It's unfortunate for him. Brings it down into a 4-on-2. It's Brody and LNZ to hold things up as their teammates fall around them. Not an overly favourable situation, but they've got themselves pretty good positions. They just need to hit headshots, and Brody not going to be able to find it. It's LNZ now, a 1v4, and I can't imagine a lot that he can bring into this round now.
Very true. Tees are taking a lot of time here to decide where they want to go. I don't think they really needed to, in a sense, but they were really staying around that secret area. Brody just got impatient there by the end of it. He knew someone was going to come down there, but he just wanted to check. Did cost him his life. And a fourth round going the way of Orgles, which is, again, starting to look a bit more favorable now for their CT side. Though, NerdRage doing me proud here. My prediction looking a bit more favorable at the moment. Very quick rush coming out from the CTs here, but that spray from Russ. My gosh, that was beautiful. Shame no more CTs ran into that one. And what a quick round for Orgles. Finding another round within a minute. Unbelievable.
Yeah, nice round from Orgles, closing the gap further. So we find ourselves 7-5 right now. Things starting to look a lot closer. It's NerdRage. They do buy into this one. No AWP on Jazar though. Not a lot of utility on any of these players as Connor contesting that ramp control early, forcing Brody right back. NerdRage just seem to be a little bit more not necessarily dominant, but they're contesting that map control, whereas in previous round they're playing this really disciplined. They're falling right back, allowing Orgles a lot of leg room. Seems that they're playing a little bit closer now, and Ping back in secret. Jazar contesting outside as well, walking up close with this M4. Could be the playmaker here if they do not expect him. He might get spotted. No, he's not going to. Jazar finds himself too. Fantastic positioning means that he gets away with it. As Russ takes down Ping from secret. A spot that he's used a couple of times now, so Orgles, they're definitely expecting it, but still the man advantage in NerdRage's favour. As Orgles, 40 seconds on the clock, they've still got the bomb, but they need to get it onto a bomb site, and they need to get those numbers punched in. But for now, in fact, it's looking like they're going to try and work over towards A.
That flash does stop the Tees from pushing out of that door as quickly as they wanted to. Are going to finally get down into that vent position. They're going to be able to get onto B side as well. Then one CT managed to get down to ramp room quick enough. But that Molotov very well placed. Going to keep him at bay for now. And that AWP is going to be lurking from behind as well. Russ does find Tadpole. But then instantly goes back down to Brody. Putting it in a 2v2 situation with Adam. With so low health now. Only 18 to his name. They're gonna have to work out where these CTs are coming from. Oh, Adam does see the legs of LNZ. He's gonna push up, but it's gonna probably get him caught out on the ramp room. There we go. CT's only trying to get those refrags now. Sorry, the exit frags. And they do find both. Oh, the damage to the economy from that. 7-6, Orgles. They're looking very dangerous right now.
They are indeed. Pulled it right back. Found themselves 6 rounds. If they can string the next couple together, they could definitely be looking at an 8-7 half. And that would be a very good half for a T-side on Nuke. So, gone from what was looking very dangerous, obviously 7-2 down, to a much more comfortable position, and NerdRage, they can't be happy about it, and Brody can't be happy about that smoke either. There's actually Orgles, they managed to get themselves onto B. I wasn't even aware of that. How have they got down to B and got the bomb down? We're in a 5 versus 5 retake right now. NerdRage have found themselves 2 backs. They look on top here, but they still need to finish it off, and the bomb's been beeping for quite a while now. We're about halfway through. Adam gets Molotov'd out, but he's going to hold the angle, and he finds himself 1 before he falls. This is actually looking like Orgles' round.
Adam, so smart staying in that Molotov for the time that he did. Doesn't quite pan out. They didn't have the numbers to really pick that one up. Like you were saying, that did look like Orgles had it all in the bag there. They planned that out to perfection. But let's go back. How did they actually manage to get onto that B site so quickly? Where did they go? And who, from the CT side, let them get on there so quickly?
I have no idea. I think Ping was playing over towards ramp that round, and that's normally where Brody plays. Ping normally plays in secret. But I think they managed to just sneak their way down secret with the absence of the player there, because he's been caught out. The last few rounds he's been playing in secret, he's been caught out either by the AWPer on the silo, or by a fantastic Molotov that, yep, that one there that ZNX has just thrown, completely flushes out that position. And Ping right now playing really deep in the garage. Might be able to get himself one if Russ isn't expecting it. It's a strong angle, but it does allow them to get down secret, and that's the issue. But for now, it's looking like they're trying to get into a main, and Ping's going to line them up. Should be able to find two. Does exactly that. Gets the bomb down as well as his teammates can come in and support. This should be NerdRage's round.
Ooh, very convincing kills there coming from NerdRage. They needed that right at the end there, as Orgles were starting to steamroll those rounds back in their favor. 9-6 though. I'm still very confident about NerdRage. I think they've definitely got a strong T side. We're just going to have to see how much of a defense Orgles is going to put up, and whether they're going to pull this back to a even scoreline.
Indeed. 9-6 from NerdRage. It's a strong one. They, well, it's a CT side, and I actually would consider Nuke to be still somewhat CT sided. So a 9-6 isn't, certainly isn't too bad for Orgles, especially if they can take the pistol round. Just got to see how this one pans out.
Well, we've got a second. Should we talk about who is currently showing off from both of these teams? Who are the star players that are currently, you know, showing out, fragging out for both their teams at the moment?
Well, Jazar seems to be absolutely on fire with that AWP, and the one round that we saw, he couldn't afford it, and he went down to the M4, played a more aggressive stance on mid. He found himself 2 kills. It was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, big standout performance from him. Ping, he's been pretty dynamic, playing outside as well. Some rounds he's gone down secret. That worked the first couple of rounds he did it, but then he started getting caught off, went into garage. We saw a fantastic 2-piece from him in that final round of the half. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of the same as well from the Orgles side. A lot of initiative players. Russ playing really well. Adam seems to be getting those entries fantastically, and Adam isn't really an entry frag. Adam's the IGL for this team, yeah? So he's the brains behind the plays. But it seems like on many rounds, he's the one opening things up as well. He's the one that's taking these initial engagements, finding the frags, opening up the sites, and, well, he's doing it really well. So let's see if these standout players continue their reign of terror going into this second half. Orgles5 really looking to take the pistol round here if they want to keep this one competitive. Good chance for NerdRage to pull away, though, if they can take it and take the concurrent buy round. Or subsequent buy round, I should say.
Do love the spread currently for the CTs. Very tricky positions for the C's to catch out if they are going to be going for this play here. They have got the bomb down on A, but Connor, like a bird of prey in heaven right now, he's ready to swoop down, cause a bit of mayhem. He's seen one. He's not giving his position away. Oh, look at these CTs. He's taking their time from heaven. They're going to all swarm down now. Unsuspecting T's, so the team's putting up a great fight of their own here. Ping run out of ammo against Rust that has to run away. Brody and Tadpole picking it up. Great round for NerdRage. Though, I will say, Orgles very creative with their retake. Taking their time, all getting into heaven. Just didn't seem to pan out for them.
Yeah, kept it competitive. It was really, really close. This round, though, look, we're seeing the same as what we saw in the first half, where the CTs, they bounce right back off of losing the pistol round. They buy these deagles, and let's see if they can do the same as what NerdRage did. It's not looking like the same start that we saw last time, but Jazar opening things up, taking out Remoy early. Gives them that man advantage. NerdRage actually managed to get their way down to Secret. They'll be looking to plant on the B site here, but it all comes down to how fast Orgles choose to rotate here. Tadpole, he's holding their backs, making sure no one pushes down Secret from outside and can get a flank on them. As Connor finds one back, we find ourselves in a 4-on-4, and NerdRage yet to get on the bomb site.
Brody still chilling outside at the moment. His team trying to work away onto one of these sites. The CT's being very stubborn. Oh, Adam, he does pick up Jazar on the ladder there. Jazar kind of was panicking on the ladder, trying to get the spam spray from there. Pulls back to a 3v3. T's with only 38 seconds on the clock. They need to find somewhere to get onto the site. Brody doesn't realize that Adam's crept through the smoke. Does find Connor, Brody does. Brody does think there's another CT creeping, but Adam, 200 IQ at the moment. He's just using his audio cues to slip through, and now he has the advantage. He knows where Brody is. But with the numbers not in his favor, Tadpole takes him down pretty quickly. 11th round on the board for NerdRage.
Yeah, and this starts to get dangerous for Orgles here, because as NerdRage put themselves on 11 rounds, they're now 5 away from that magic number and could definitely close things out. Especially now Orgles are down to another eco. They forced into the second. This should allow NerdRage to get themselves onto 12. Means Orgles start to cut things fine, but Russ opening it up with a USP double dink. Fantastic shots from him. Takes down Ping, gives his team the man advantage.
Ooh, ZNX does find a bit of damage actually. But the Jazar, he got a bit too close to that door. Adam. Oh, they haven't seen him yet. Adam. He's so dangerous in these situations. Doesn't work out for him though. As Brody and Jazar, they do frag down Adam and ZNX. Connor getting back into the heaven position. These CTs do a lot of work with these pistols, and I don't think they have it in them at the moment. The bomb is going to go down. NerdRage are going to get it down. Connor's making a lot of noise. Might be using it as a distraction to let his other CTs, or sorry, Russ, in fact, maybe try and work something out here. He does pick up Jazar. Russ is going to probably walk into this Galil here. Oh, the timing again. LNX, you really need to watch that. Oh, Russ picks him up, but Connor falls to the grenade. Oh, that could have very well been an Orgles round there if they got that timing just right. But 12th round on the board for NerdRage.
Indeed it is. I started to think, as soon as Russ opened that one up, with that USP, I was starting to think, oh no, don't tell me they win this round. Don't tell me how this happens. Or don't tell me that this is how this happens. It's such a horrible way to lose when you lose to an eco like that. But no, they dealt with it really, really well, having that man disadvantage, bounced right back off of it, and made sure that Orgles didn't take too many rifles out of their hands. And now, Orgles finally on a full buy, putting that Russ over on AWP. Putting Russ on that AWP as well. So dangerous with it. So we find ourselves still in a 5 versus 5. Minute 20 on the clock. Squeaky gets re-smoked. My goodness, I'm not doing well today.
That's okay. It happens to the best of us. Though currently, T's aren't really giving us much to talk about. They've spread themselves back out again. Russ, though, finding Tadpole with that AWP.
Dude finds that man advantage. Very, very dangerous player to have over towards ramp, especially with that AWP. Boy, playing Ping's position from outside, and Ping's the one to find him. He knows that it's the common angle. Either way, though, not going to work out. Ping the only one to find the kill there. I think it's interesting that it's Ping taking outside. It's the angle that Ping was playing when they were on the CT side. He does find Remo because of it, but Orgles, either way, really, really convincing round. They keep 4 alive. They put their 7th on the board, and NerdRage are forced just down to pistols here. So a good opportunity for Orgles to take this round, start pulling this one back.
Very good round for them to pick up. Adam, he was checking the outside. He has backed up. Might have heard something he didn't like to hear. As the thundering footsteps of Tees can be heard outside. They have got a good bit of position here now, actually. They've got that secret secure almost. They just got to get rid of a very angry Russ with a big green gun. And he's getting tagged down, actually. Russ not finding anything there. Tees are down to 3 sole survivors. Make that 2. Ping falls quickly as well. Seems like the Tees are just going to be trying to get this AWP out of the hands of CTs. Brody finding Russ with a very nice blind headshot. And then Flex taking down Ping, and Brody as well falls. Orgles, good round for them.
Yeah, NerdRage have done a little bit of damage there, but obviously getting the AWP out of the hands of Russ is massive, but only if you don't let them have it. I'm surprised that Brody didn't attempt to try and throw the AWP out the map there, or at least throw it in a position where they wouldn't be able to retrieve it, because now Russ able to pick it up, brings it into this next round. It will be Jayzar trying to fight him though with it, because he's got a big green of his own. So NerdRage on the fall by here. Really looking to take this one to try and pull away, because if they allow Orgles to take it, they're giving them an invitation to close this gap, try and level things out. So definitely the opportunity that they want to be taking to pull away here. NerdRage playing this very slowly, actually. They're all stacked up outside. They're looking like they want to try and get down secret. The wall of smokes goes up. Remo spamming through it, though. Does a decent amount of damage early on. So they continue to try and cross. Jayzar on top of the box, though, looking to try and make a pick here. Comes down to timing, whether he finds it or not. Where are they going to swing from? There's so many angles. As the smokes start to fade, they're not going to go down secret. They're going to push right into the garage. Oh no, this might not work out for them at all.
Oh, Adam finding 2. He does finally go down to tagpole. LNX not wasting any time. Does drop Russ down. Doesn't try to get too fancy with it. We have 2 versus 2. LNX, surely the CTs are going to have heard him jump down there. Oh, great pickup for Connor. Double spray down through the door. Nowhere that the T's could have ran. Starting to get a bit closer now. Orgles are definitely closing the gap on that scoreline.
That was very, very well played from Orgles there. Somewhat of a counter strat as NerdRage. They put the wall of smokes up, and normally that wall of smokes gives the illusion that they are going to try and get down secret. And normally the players from Orgles5 there would rotate off. Yeah, those players that are holding mid would rotate round, try and get down to B secret, get ready to either stop them from getting onto the B site or set up for a retake. But instead, they played it disciplined. They seemed to know that they weren't going to invest down secret. That's a fantastic headshot from Jayzar, though. But seemed to know that they weren't going to invest down secret, and instead were going to continue to push for mid. They kept their positions and completely shut it down. So, very smart play from them. They do have the man disadvantage right now, though, but a minute 10 on the clock. NerdRage have taken full outside control. Orgles just got to try and hold on to this one. ZNX finds LNZ with the headshot, but swiftly traded by a crispy 1D from Tadpole. So still the man advantage for the NerdRage side, but they need to find themselves onto a bomb site. They need to get the bomb down. And at the moment, they seem pretty far away from a bomb site.
They are. Connor does catch 3 T's with their pants down, trying to get through to ramp. Connor, cool as anything. He even finds another. Will Brody pick him up? Oh, Brody, you didn't have to do con like that. Jesus, Hage. That was one hell of a shot from Brody. does end Connor's killing spree. And he looks like he might be able to do something with this. He's got an AK now, and he has the bomb. 11 seconds. Is he going to be able to get down to that site? He knows where he wants to go. He's going to have to do it quick. 3 seconds. He doesn't have time, and it's going to be a round going the way of Orgles, but Brody making it look so dangerous for NerdRage.
Yeah, I'm surprised Rumoy didn't swing after time there. There was 2 seconds left on the clock. He knew that Brody was on the site, knew that he didn't have time to plant. I'm surprised he didn't stay tucked behind that door, swing out after the time, try and get that kill, deny the money. But isn't going to do that. Tadpole brings his AK into the next round. His team should be able to buy around him as well, but as the pause comes in, and they're reevaluating what to do here. They've lost 4 rounds in a row. They don't want to allow Orgles to continue this this comeback. They want to try and pull away here. So, having a little team talk, working out what to do. They are going to buy into this round. They won't have the money for an AWP though, unless Jazar chooses to glass cannon. He's not going to. Smart play. 5 players with the AKs. Full utility on everybody as well. But they're faced up against much the same on the Orgles side, except they've got an AWP. And the money behind them to do it again if needs be. So as we go into round number 23, it's do or die. There's all to play for both these sides. LNZ creeps his way down the ladder. This could be the play.
He's in such a dangerous position right now. Don't think the CTs know anything about it either. They haven't done anything to counteract that. As the smokes are now coming in, it's gonna have to be a B play because LNZ has so much potential here to pick off rotating CTs. He's gonna probably find one. Might even catch 2 if they're very quick to rotate. Jazer hasn't moved yet. In fact, he's taking his time with this. Oh, Ross with that close range snipe, and he gets 2 for it as well. Oh, wow. Shouldn't let him get away with that, especially with the AWP. Jazer's now bursting out on A side. It's completely switched up now. 2v2, and it's gonna be the bomb going down onto A, unless that Heaven player has anything to do with it. Oh no, he's been picked off early, Ramoy. Oh, the sound cue as well. Connor with no chance there. The crossfire was perfect. The sound cue gave him away. And just like that, NerdRage have put a 13th round on the board. Keeping Orgles just a little bit further away than they want to be.
Yeah, it's a big round for NerdRage to win. It's going to put Orgles down to this pistol buy, and if NerdRage can take this next round, which theoretically they should really be able to, they can put themselves onto full team, one away from match point. A fantastic position for them to be in, but look at this aggression from Orgles. Adam takes down Ping, that's the bomb down. NerdRage will be able to retrieve it, but a man disadvantage. They don't want to try and re-aggress. Connor with the Zeus, oh no!
Oh.
A massive frag from him gives them the 2-man advantage. Oh no, this is all falling apart from NerdRage. You do not want to be losing a round like this. Tadpole finding 1 back. But wow, what a start of the round from Orgles.
Doing him dirty with the Zeus. You do love to see it, though. You do love to see it. When it comes out, you know that that team is confident if they're pulling the line. And wait, touch my dirty. He only gets the 1. I was hoping to see that big spray down coming in from Adam. But he only finds 1. A lot of information going the way of Orgles now. They're going to know that there's 2 slightly injured Ts trying to make their way onto a site. They have wrapped around, which might cause a bit of confusion. Lindsay making a bit of noise. Let's see, Russ, he's in such a dangerous position. He hasn't made a move yet. Pushes out, finds 1, finds 2. Russ finishes the round off in style. That's an 11th round going their way. Adam, though, could have ended that a lot earlier.
That is such a fantastic round from Adam there. He's pushed in. This is what I was saying before, okay? He's opening things up. He's pushed in. He's found that initial frag to open up that round, to give them that man advantage. And then right at the end there as well, he's pushed up close. Although he's only found himself one with that spray down, he's got the other two players on 40 HP. Yeah, so it means that his players with the Deagles no longer have this disadvantage. Obviously, when you've got the Desert Eagles, you're faced up against rifles, you've got this disadvantage of the fact that, you know what, you have to hit the headshot. Yeah, you have to be going for these headshots, because by the time you're connecting 2-3 shots with that Deagle, you've been sprayed down by a rifle. But by getting those two enemies down to 40 HP, it means that the teammates with the Deagles are no longer at that detriment. They can hit their shot. And Russ, it's exactly what he did right there. He hit 2 body shots, completely closes out the round, and a round that Orgles should not be winning. They really, really should not be winning at all. And yeah, puts them in a really strong position now to try and pull this one back. If NerdRage had taken that round, things could be very, very different right now. But instead, they're the ones down to the pistols. Orgles with a hefty buy. An AWP on Russ as well. I mean, that's what happens when you win an eco round, because you're saving your money to be able to buy into the next. So they would have been able to buy into this round anyway, but then with the huge bonus of actually winning the round, means that you have got stacks of cash going into the next. LNZ gets tagged up really, really low. Remoy going to finish him off with that grenade. So 5 versus 4 now, very, very early on in the round. NerdRage will be looking to return the favor with these Deagles, but not sure if they'll be able to do it. So they're choosing to run down secret. Maybe they'll be able to get a bomb plant on B.
We'll see what they can do as they are steamrolling down to this B site now, making a lot of noise. They're loud and proud at the moment. As Tadpole does take down Collar and he gets one in return. Russ with that big green gun, missing every shot, and you can tell he's furious about it. Does manage to tag through the box, he's still spamming away. Find it. He is not having a good time with that AWP. In fact, Adam finding Tadpole, ping goes down, but Tadpole getting a headshot in return, puts it in a 1v3. Jazer in a good position. Ooh, great headshot from Jazer. Doesn't seem to get a second. And NerdRage lose that round, making that scoreline get ever closer to being all tied up. Interesting round there, as it's a very quick round from NerdRage. They didn't have much to play with, and it was hard to watch though with Russ struggling with that AWP. He just could not seem to find anyone to kill.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, NerdRage, that's a fantastic eco round. Yeah, they've got themselves a bomb plant. They've got 3 kills. It means that they've got a lot of money going into this next one. But it's the scoreline so close right now. I think, especially considering the position that they were in, they would have been hoping to win it. Either way, they've got the guns, they've got the money coming into this round, but Tadpole hasn't quite got the aim to take Russ out early on. Fantastic opportunity for him to do so, but he can't convert it. Find ourselves in a 5 versus 5. Remoy's in a good position as well as he's rotated down fast. That smoke going to slow things down. As Ping walking round the corner, Remoy should be able to find this kill, especially in the head angle. Patiently waiting, but that Molotov, it's good. Good read from Ping that he could be there. He's going to force him to fall right back and give away his position going through the window there as well. NerdRage, 40 seconds on the clock. They're starting to second guess B, walking over towards A. LNZ coming out the squeaky door, but they need to get these initial kills, and Adam sitting on top finds himself one. Russ finds himself another as well. Adam, he's still alive. I thought he'd been traded, but no. Still doing damage as he drops down to the site, looking for his third, but either way, he's bought so much time for the rotations, and he finds himself the 3rd kill nonetheless. Jazer now, running right down to B, should be able to get a plant. No, he does not. Remoy is there to deny it, and Orgles completely shut down the NerdRage buy round. Level things out, 13-13, and against all odds, they're back in this one. And they are, well, they're fighting hard right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they can take the lead here and potentially the match.
Absolutely. Got to respect James's attempt there to get that bomb down. He stuck it to the last second. Unfortunately, he doesn't get that extra economy. Orgles, they do get themselves a timeout. Do you think they're going to be, trying to calm themselves down? They might have got a bit too excited, maybe, about the prospect of pulling that one all the way back to 13-13. Their in-game leader, calm them down, getting them ready for the next round ahead. Orgles looking very, very dangerous, though. And NerdRage, they need to stop this momentum, and they need to stop it now if they're going to see this one out.
Indeed, they do. NerdRage. Well, this is where they need to pull it back. They've invested fully into this round. They haven't got money for the AWP on Jazar. They haven't got money for a whole lot of utility either. So, yeah, they really, really need to win this one if they want to, well, try and take this one in regulation. If they don't, Orgles get themselves onto 14. NerdRage find themselves in a position where they can't buy, let their opponent get onto match point, and then they're fighting for the overtime. So, not a favourable situation to be in at all. And their best bet right now is ramp, where it's Connor with the MP9, but as he's heard the steps, he's called the rotation from Russ. He's now the cannon holding that angle. Should be able to find himself the first kill if Jazar chooses to peek here. He swings out alone, of course. Russ is going to hit that shot, make that 2 as Connor falls. But the bomb's now out in the open. He's in a fantastic position. He turns the flash. Can't turn the second, though, but as the grenade comes in, he's still alive. He's still causing problems. Finally forced off the angle by the Molotov, but not after finding himself 2 kills. Brings it onto a 3-on-3. NerdRage, they should be able to get their way down to the B site right now, but Adam, he's crept through the vents. Might be able to find himself 1 at the very least. But definitely potential for him to deny this. Bomb plant as Russ is holding up top. Takes out Brody with UST. He is causing so many problems for NerdRage this round as ping falls as well. And it's all on Tadpole, a 1-on-3. He has to clutch up this round if he wants to, well, give his chance the best odds of winning this game. But he gets his head ripped off by Adam. Fantastic round from Orgles. And, well, I mean, that's all on Russ there. Fantastic hold from him over towards ramp. Cannot fault it at all, and he even survives at the end of the round as well. Brings the AWP into the next. Stellar stuff from Orgles and NerdRage. They're really on the back foot here. Buying back into this round, but it's going to be limited. Just trying to find themselves something into this one.
Good to see Russ fragging with that AWP after a very interesting round prior to that. Redeeming himself, especially when it counts. These latter rounds now so important. You know, they make and break a game. And of course, we get to those final, especially 14 and 15. Round 14 and 15 really brings out the mettle of a team. Can they keep it together, or do they start to crumble under the pressure? We've seen it in many teams previously. And we're not seeing it right now, though. Brody might try to change that. He's found one. CT's know where he is. He's going to try and retrieve the bomb. He does manage to get it. Very quick peek. He's going to try and get out there, but there is a CT perched up in heaven, and he has such an advantage over Brody. Connor does find him, takes him out. Russ was there to back him up just in case. And we're on game point. Orgles, who would have thought it?
NerdRage right now. I mean, they're forcing back into this one again. This seems so desperate right now. The last 3 rounds, they've just bought whatever they can to try and take this one, and it's not worked out for them at all. So, Jazar opening things up. It's exactly what NerdRage needed, but LNZ trying to find himself one of his own, and it's not going to work out for him as well as his teammate. So Adam takes him down. It's a 4 versus 4 right now. Remoy inside A main is going to get taken down by Ping, though. Ping giving his team a lifeline, making things work as he finds himself 2. Connor comes up, gets dinked by Brody, though, so he's forced to fall off of this one. Just a grenade going in, and NerdRage might be able to take this round right now as they get themselves onto the site, but the bomb's yet to go down. And Connor and Russ, well, I don't think they have a whole lot of hope in winning this one. I don't think Russ wants to be losing that AWP either. However, they have got the money to buy it in the next round, so any weapons they can take off of their opposition right now would be very, very impactful. They just need to find the kills. It's looking like they are going just for exit frags right now.
They still have one more round to play with, so if they want to go for those exit frags, they have every right to. Connor's playing very close though. He might be trying to cook up something. He's gonna get out of there. Maybe trying to go for something very wild, a bit ballsy. He's gonna get out of there pretty much scot-free. A little bit of damage, that's about it. We come down to it. Is it gonna be Orgles that take this one? Or a NerdRage gonna tie it all up? This is gonna be the round that makes or breaks this game.
Yes, it is NerdRage right now. This is their final chance. Win this round, you take it to overtime. You fight for the win. You lose this round and it's all over. You're out of the qualifier. You don't find your space in the CSGO Fight Night on the 22nd of May. They have to take this one, and right now they've got the tools to do so, and Ping's got the aim. He predicts Remoy is going to be up close. That's a crispy headshot onto him, but they're not expecting ZNX to be up top. Adam with a good crossfire as well. Find themselves 2 kills. The man advantage going back in their favor. A 4 versus 3 now for Orgles as Connor's pushed up ramp. Finds Brody. That's going to drop the bomb as well. This is all falling apart for NerdRage. LNZ and Ping need to make a play. But as Ping falls, it's all on LNZ. Orgles, they're already celebrating. A 4 versus 1, and Connor hits the flick to finish things off. Orgles, what a game. 16-14. A fantastic round from them at the end as well to close things out. Awesome stuff.
Well, Josh, your prediction came true. Orgles have won out against NerdRage, but congratulations to NerdRage anyway. They did so well. Unfortunately, NerdRage, they are out of the CSGO Fight Night. Josh, what are your opinions on that game? It was a hell of a good one. Hell of a good one.
Fantastic game. First and foremost, though, Blitzy, I'm just a genius. I just predict these things. I'm just kidding. I'll let you in on a little secret. After the game, I spoke to some players and I did know the score. I knew. I cheated. I won't do it in future weeks. I promise. I promise.
I'll have to make sure you don't do that again. Got to keep things fair, especially if the chat are going to be jumping in on these predictions as well. But I'm not going to be mad because at the end of the day, we're here for the games, we're here for the content. And hopefully, guys, you enjoyed it as well. Both teams putting on a hell of a show. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the casting as well. Josh, absolute professional caster here to give you guys that little bit extra on top of the great content you will see. Regardless, though, that's all she wrote for today's CSGO Fight Night, Josh, I believe. That might be our only game for today.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic one to see. Much better than the one that we saw yesterday. I think yesterday's ended up being like a 16-5 or something. It was a pretty big stomp. But this one, super close, super exciting game. We knew that it was going to be the case before the game, though, because it was 2 top UK teams battling it out. So it was always going to be exciting. And yeah, it's just really unfortunate. I really feel like NerdRage deserved a spot in the main tournament, but just missing out by just by a thread. It was so close. They were on top for so much of that game. Really unfortunate stuff. But for us, it's fantastic content. It's a fantastic game to cast. And yeah, that is going to be all from us for the CSGO Fight Night. Don't go anywhere, though. We're going to be taking a short break, and then we'll be jumping right back with some Lions League action. We've got a best of 3 for you, so do not go anywhere. Thanks for watching this one, though, and we'll be right back.
Absolutely.
bones I dread, and even when the darkness knows us tight, and I have to fight, let me burn to ground. I have a fire all inside of my head, so from the flesh to the bones I dread, and even when the darkness knows us tight, and I have to fight, let me burn to ground.
I don't know how it feels, 'cause I don't live in your part of the world.
flesh to the bones I dread. And even when the darkness knows us tight, I'll have to fight, let me burn to ground. I have a fire all inside of my head, drawn from the flesh to the bones I dread. And even when the darkness knows us tight, I'll have to fight, let me burn to ground.
I don't know how it feels, 'cause I don't live in your part of the world. I know it's not ideal, oh, but nothing is forever, my girl. See, I'm a dreamer. Oh, for love, it is all in the name. I'm a believer. You may be far away, but you're thinking the same. Oh, I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. Oh, 'cause you're the real deal. You're worth every bit as much as you know. Yeah, delivered, signed and sealed. I will get there, girl, albeit slow. And I'm a dreamer. Yeah, for love, it is all in the name. I'm a believer. You may be far away, but we're thinking the same. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. That I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. 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 Together, I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you.
There's a notebook on the table, you can take it to the store, so you won't forget the groceries anymore. There's a rifle in the cabinet that I used to fight a war, but to this day I don't know what I was fighting for. I'm fighting for. Show me love as we get older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never need. There's a blanket on the sofa that I used to keep you warm. When I find you fast asleep at 4:30. There's a record we keep turning that reminds us of our youth, but there's still nothing as beautiful as you. Will you show me love as we get older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never leave. As we grow colder, love provide the heat, older bones are missing, hearts will never leave. Because your hand belongs in my hand, belongs in your hand, belongs with me. Show me love as we get older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, let our love provide the heat that our older bones are missing, but our hearts will never
I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. got problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, put your mind to rest. And she said,
Why are you guys just getting so annihilated? Oh my god! Mirror running out of bullets, but he's still gonna go for it. Oh my lord!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Lions League Best of 3 today, featuring the Royal Artillery versus the Royal Signals. It's going to be one hell of a matchup, and I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are on the edge of your seat already, and I hope you're stocked up on all your supplies, because it's going to be a long one today. These teams, very dangerous. They're very, very good, and I hope you guys are prepared. I'm joined today by the lovely, the phenomenal, the perfecto Josh. Welcome in, Josh. If you could introduce yourself to the lovely people in our stream today.
I'm here. We're already warmed up. We've just come off the back of the awesome CSGO Fight Night qualifier match that we've just seen. We're warmed up. I hope the players are as well, as we will shortly be jumping into some more Lions League action. Today we have got, I believe, give me a second, the Royal Artillery versus the Royal Signals. If I'm right there. Yeah, oh, it says it on the screen. It says it on the screen under my name. Look at that. That's cute. Right. Signals versus the Artillery. We've seen both these teams before. I think there's a little bit of a roster matchup for the Signals today. I believe a couple of the players are off practicing with the British Army team or something, I heard. But it seems that... Right, okay. I think the Signals was the team that had like a really big roster signed up, though, didn't they? They had like 9 players or something, so they have plenty of subs. So it'll actually be really interesting to see some new names coming into this one, because obviously every single week we see the same names coming in, and you sort of know what to expect from some of these big players, especially on that Signals side. So to see some of these players that haven't been given an opportunity to be in the spotlight yet, show off what they're made of, be a really cool opportunity to see what those players can bring to the table.
Absolutely. You are right. The Signals roster has changed slightly, because Solrak and Dan W, though Dan W I think might be playing today. We're going to have to find out in a hot minute when these teams get into the server. But Solrak has sadly said to me personally as well, me and Solrak, we go back, we're good buddies. He's letting me know that he is practicing with the British Army team. This team goes against the likes of the Air Force, the Navy, the American Armed Forces. Anyone you could think of, they probably have a team. Our British Army guys are going to be taking them on. So they're practicing tonight, which means no Solrak, but we get to see another Signals player being fielded. It's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be one hell of a change up, and it might even mean that we see a completely different Signals team in general. Josh, you're excited for that. I hope it's going to change up the meta a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I mean, looking at this Royal Artillery roster as well, correct me if I'm wrong, we're seeing a few new names here as well, aren't we?
Let me just check. I believe that we have the likes of, for our artillery team today, we have Spence, Big JD, BM Connor, and Flox. Now, this team did play as a 5 the last time we saw them, though I do believe they might have mixed it up previously. And we have Dan W, Nash, Sammy S, JKM, and Snowman for our Signals lineup, which JKM is a new member of.
Awesome. So, super excited to see what he can do. Obviously, we've seen some big standout performances in the past, and I'm really excited as well to see. We saw I casted the VE Day broadcast the weekend, and there were some really cool players there, some names from the military esports scene that we hadn't seen before, and like the likes of Freestylers, who's come into the British Army, and I believe Insider Info might be joining the Royal Signals roster, which would be a massive change. That'd be a really cool one to see for the Lions League. Player called Faded on the RAF side. He was an absolute monster. I think he dropped 50 frags on Dust 2. He was a fantastic player. So I'd love to see these guys in future of military esports as this continues to develop. But yeah, excited for this game today, definitely. Excited to see what JKM can bring to the table. And this Royal Artillery roster that I for one, haven't really seen. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm also excited for the Tri-Forces Cup coming up. That's going to be a new tournament that's going to be coming soon that will have those teams that I just mentioned from that VE Day broadcast battling it out against each other. So we will be seeing some new names, and we will be seeing some of those players that, I mean, they were fantastic. They really brought some new light to this military esports scene where they were showing the caliber of top Counter-Strike players. And yeah, it was really interesting to watch, and I'm excited to see that tournament and how that pans out in the coming weeks. But for now, focusing on today, Signals Royal Artillery, I believe we'll be jumping into the server rather soon, as the players are just warming up right now, getting ready for this best of 3 matchup.
That's correct. Just waiting for them to join in the server, as am I as well. Excited for this Tri-Forces Cup. You've explained it very well, but if you guys want to know more about that, then just go over to the lionsleague.co.uk. There might be some information over there. If not, check out our social medias, EFLGG1 and IOZTV. I'm sure there will be some posts on there, as well as our teams' pages. So keep an eye out for that. They always support each other, all of the teams here. Big sportsmanship, big teamwork. It's great to see. But ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we're excited. Are you? Let us know which team you think is going to take today's best of 3 and who your star player is going to be. Let's see if you're correct. So, Josh, we always do this. We always go down to our predictions. And sadly, my first prediction for today over on CSGO Fight Night was wrong. Not upset at that at all. Not upset at all. So I'm going to let you go first again. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, like a teeny bit, but I'm not going to hold it against you. And I am going to give you first pick on our predictions for today.
All right, well, I don't think I can predict the future, so won't be getting the same luck as I saw in the CSGO Fight Night. I don't believe we've seen a map veto come in yet, but that shouldn't make too much difference. I'm going to have to go with the Signals today. Obviously, Solrak not being on that roster is a big loss for them. He is a really star player who really opens things up for that team and seems to pull them together. You see him at the top of the scoreboard a lot. You see him really impactful on the AWP as well, so many rounds. So I think that's going to be a problem for them. But at the same time, I still think they'll come out on top, but I think it'll be a close one. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 2-1 today. So I'm going to go Royal Signals 2-1. What do you think?
Fantastic choice. I love the Royal Artillery team. You know I do. They're a great group of guys. But the Signals are so dangerous. They are so dangerous. They're a different breed almost in this league so far. You know what? I like going for the guys that, you know, might pull out the surprise here. So I'm going to go with the Artillery. I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1 though. It's going to be a hard slog today. In fact, we're going to see the start of that hard slog right now. We are on Mirage. Great map to cast, mate. Great map to watch as well. And we're already in our first pistol round. And it's down to a 3v3 already. Big JD finding JKM. It's a great start for the Royal Artillery here, as it seems they are on T side. And the Signals on CT. In fact, no, it is the other way around.
No, you're right. The Signals are on the CT side. Yes, signals are on the CT side. Artillery are on the T. There we go. Fantastic
better.
retake from the signal side there to work their way onto the bomb site, get that bomb defuse. Really, really well played from them. It was a really strong start, actually, for the artillery. They worked their way onto the bomb site. They got those initial kills that they needed, got the plant down, but unable to do much more than that. Played this well, though, going into the second round. Chose to eco this one up, just charge out A. I assume they'll get mowed down by these SMGs. It's Dan W to find 2 early on. Mr. Snowman should be there to deny this bomb plant as well, but Dan W gets himself 3, looking for the 4th. He's hungry for it, tapping away. Dan W with the 4K. Mr. Snowman denies him the ace, but the signals deny the bomb plant for the Royal Artillery side, which is really what they were looking for there. Shouldn't matter too much, though, as we go into round number 3. They've got plenty of money to buy up for this one, but the same goes for the signals, especially Dan W getting himself 4 kills there, 2 with the SMG. Means he's got plenty of money going into this round, and they can actually pull out an AWP, and it's in the hands of Sammy, but he's unable to connect that early shot. So we still find ourselves in a 5-on-5 as the artillery take the mid control.
Yeah, very good start for the signals. Great to see them coming out strong, even without Solrag, who's a very key player for their team. Always brings them together. But we get to see JKM, first day on the block for the Lions League. See what he can do. BM finds one. Dan W takes down Spence in the mid lanes through the smoke, in fact, but does get domed by BM. And this is a player that the Royal Artillery have been hiding up their sleeve almost. He's a bit of a star player that's starting to surge out now. He's starting to make his presence known, per se. Though Sammy, hearing about star potential, popping Connor off, trying to show off for you guys today. He's found another in the form of Flux. Great headshot, but Big JD, he's not done. It's 2v2. Bomb is down on the A site. Let's see who can come out on top. Sammy, yes. A little bit of bunny hop action as well. He must have been practicing because he is really showing up today, but Big JD slamming him down. JKM now puts in a 1v1. JKM's first opportunity to show up for the Lions League, and here we have it. Big JD, he's playing this very smart, waiting for that bomb sound. The defusal coming in. Is he going to be quick enough, though? He might have misplayed this. And JKM, pros do not fake, does take down Big JD. Signals take the 3rd round, and just a slight misplay from Big JD there gives the round over to the Signals.
I love that name, Big JD. Unable to clutch out the round, though. He falls back a little bit too far. Can't swing on that bomb in time. Really expecting JKM to push CT there and take that engagement, but JKM plays it well. Shows that he can keep his composure in those clutch situations. And Sammy S, well, you don't earn the big S at the end of your name for no reason. Very reminiscent of Kenny S, and he's doing it again as he drops into underpass, lands the shot onto Flox. Oh, this man is on fire today. As the Royal Signals take the 2-man advantage and assert their dominance early on. Wow, they are really on top of Mirage right now, but BM coming up behind Dan W, able to trade one back. Oh no, Sammy S.
Ooh.
Don't get too close to that man. It's all on Spence now in a 1v4. Unable to do anything as he gets taken down by Mr. Snowman. And, well, the Signals, a clean, swift round.
This is something we're starting to see coming out of the Royal Artillery a lot in their games. So what they'll do is they'll have a bit of a heavy loss to start off with. It takes them a long time to get themselves warmed up. But when they do, they start to put the rounds together and they start putting on quite the show. So don't worry, guys. The Artillery, they take a bit of time to get themselves warmed up. But we still have one hell of a game coming up. I am sure of it. In fact, this is a great start for it. Dan W. Oh, no, never mind. Big JD does actually go down, and another one. Snowman picking up a 3rd. Caster's Curse coming in clutch here. That's the Artillery down to 2 singular players left. Make that 1, and Nasha cleaning up house with a 2K to finish this one off.
Yeah, the Signals. Nice clean round from them. Look at the players right now, though. The thing is, it's round number 6, okay? You've got 2 players that have only died once and 3 players that have only died twice. So they've got a full buy here. Sammy S with the AWP as well. And all of the players sitting around 5k average. That is absolutely nuts. A fantastic position to be in this early on in the game. So Royal Artillery, they're full bought into this one, but not a whole lot of utility. Sammy S ain't able to hit the flick though, but he's peeking him for more. Can't connect the shot. Wow, that was ambitious. BM gonna fall though as Dan W swings from bottom connector. I don't know how they've taken the man advantage there, but the Signals have done so. Dan W hungry for this frag on Palace. It's actually going to be Sammy S to steal it from him. The two-man advantage now going in the favour. Make that 3 for the Royal Signals. Oh, the Artillery, they can't find themselves anything to break this defence of the CT side.
It's unfortunate to see, but either way, that's the way the cookie crumbles at the moment. There are still 2 T players left. Spence and Flox, they are working together as well, so they could pull something out here. In fact, Spence starting off strong. Mr. Snowman's head gets ripped off by that AK. And the CTs are now going to have to rotate in, but they have Sammy S to contend with. He knows where one of them is as well. Does he see the arm? He does just rip his arm off. Doesn't even get the utility out. Flox falls very quickly. Spence does get a refrag. Sammy S yet again to confront Spence versus Sammy. JKM is still around as well, and he is going to find him. The rotate coming in clutch there. And that's another round for the Signals. Artillery struggling to get that first round on the board.
Yeah, I mean, that round was their opportunity to do so. They had the firepower for it. The AWPer just unable to connect those initial shots in mid. Gives them that disadvantage. And now, I mean, they're falling into this trap now, Blitzy, and it's a dangerous trap to fall into. Forcing into these rounds, yeah? That's what you don't want to be doing. You want to make sure that you're on top of your economy. You don't want to just be forcing into rounds when you can't afford it. We're seeing 2 players down to SMGs right now, and they've been unable to take the rounds when they've had the full guns, yeah? This is going to be so difficult for them, down to just 3 AKs, 2 SMGs. They get completely mowed down by Dan W, finds himself 3. There's a lot of damage onto the 4th as well, but Sammy can't connect his shots. He's going to get mowed down by Flox. JKM finds the trade, and it's a 2 versus 1 now. Make that a 2v0. JKM closes it out, and, well, he's having a pretty decent game so far. He's sitting 6-1. It's a nice showing from him and a very nice showing from the Signals as they take the game 7-0. Completely shut down the buy from the Artillery, and look at this, they're forcing into it again.
They are. They just can't seem to keep that economy under control. Maybe, you know, a lack of respect for the IGL. Maybe the IGL's not calling for these saves to build up the bank, but the way Nasher opening up his wallet, he gets 2. JKM's now got an AWP, and he's picked up another. Sammy S, it's hunting season on the T's right now. And it's just Spence alone. That's a very quick round for the Signals. And let's just mention the fact that Dan W's broken the double-figure scoreline already. Some calls for God W instead of Dan W. But we'll see if Dan wants to change his name for our future games.
Perhaps. Finally, we're seeing the Artillery starting to respect their money. It's not unlimited. You have to save it to make sure you can pull out the guns to win the rounds. Interesting you say about double digits, right? The game the other day, the RAF Navy game that I was telling you about, this player called Faded. Round number 7, he was 17-0.
Jeez.
Absolutely crazy right now, though. A full A execute from the Artillery, and these pistols seem to be prevailing. They're able to get the bomb plant. That's going to do a lot for their economy, but the Molotov burning them down so low. Look at this, 3 players down to red HP. The Signal should be able to clean up here. I have no idea.
Oh, BM's not done. He's in that very awkward sandwich position. He does take one head, but JKM taking him down. Let's just highlight JKM for a second. You know, obviously he's a stand-in for Solreich, yet he's so good. He's very, very good, or at least what we've seen at the moment. Does this mean that the Royal Signals just have a stacked lineup of super high-skilled players, and they just honestly, it's baffling to me that they've got this many good players. It's great to see, but also it's a bit unfair that we don't see all of their lineup. You know, we want to swap them around. We want to see all these guys playing it out. but obviously it doesn't give them the opportunity to build a team cohesion. It doesn't let them, work as a team for long if they keep swapping these players out.
Yeah, reminiscent of the current Australis situation. Build yourself a god roster of 6 or 7 players and you can seed them in, and when someone's lacking ability, you bring in a fresh pair of legs and they absolutely dominate. JKM really showing that, sitting 8-1 right now. And I mean, it's crazy how he's actually still only died once. The rest of his teammates have sort of caught up with the deaths right now, but he still staying alive. Nasher closes that one out, and JKM keeping his reign. Nasher right now, though, joining that double digits club, sitting 14-3. I mean, these Signals players are just absolutely on fire. No one necessarily carrying. They're all pulling their weight here. And all pulling their weight with style, as the artillery side really struggling to find anything in this game, as they're 10-0 down right now. This is not good.
Let's not count the artillery out, though. They are a very, very good team. They work together well. They don't tilt. This is a big thing about the artillery. They never tilt. These guys have a tendency to be very slow, like we said, to get themselves built up into a game. These best of threes do lend to them a little bit because it gives them time to warm up. Maybe they bring it back into the second map, bring it to a best of 3, and we see that sometimes, especially with the likes of BM. He's on par with some of the Signals players that we see today in his aim potentially. He does usually win his 1v1 duels, sometimes even wins those 1v2s. We just need to start seeing the other members of that team pick up the slack in regards to support, in regards to their in-game leader making those big calls, keeping their team, on those ecos when they need to, build that economy like you said, and, respect the fact that they can't just keep buying into rounds and expect the rounds to go their way. And just like that, Dan W, in fact, has put it back down to a 2v1. Make that a 1v1. Spence picks him up. Does Spence know? He does actually know. There we go. First round for the artillery. Fantastic work from them.
Yeah, Dan W really fighting hard to try and pull his team back into that round, but unable to go the full distance. Couldn't take down Spence, and Spence kept his composure, clutched it out, puts the artillery on the board, and at the dire time to do so, it's 10-1, okay? It's not good at all, but if they can start stringing some rounds together and they can have a 10-5 half, it would definitely be good for them. Not with a start like that, though, as BM falling early on to Sammy. It's going to give them the man advantage, but as the trade goes back, Spence takes down Sammy. JKM finds Big JD. A 4 versus 3 now for the Royal Signals side, but the artillery, they've taken mid control. And they've got Flocks in underpass as well, so if anyone tries to take it back, he should be able to come out on top. They need to try and work their way onto a bomb site right now, though. Try and work out what the bomb is. The bomb is top mid. So as they're creeping their way up, I think they might try and work their way up short here, but Dan W's holding from top connector. They have got a smoke to smoke him off if they want to, but they're not going to. They're going to contest him, and it's going to cost their life. Dan W takes Connor. The info is being relayed. JKM can peek from short. He's got the bomb down. This is the Signals round, and the artillery know it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they've taken that one round, but obviously if they lose it straight off the back of that, it's going to throw their economy into absolute disarray. Dan W with that mid peek through the connector it's just devastating to watch. He knows exactly where they're going to be. The smoke was too late to save one of their team, and when it is there, it isn't utilized exactly in the way they would hope, leaving a gap for Dan W to peek through, and also gives him, more coverage in regards to they can't quite see him through it. And they won't be able to get the shot off. He's almost like a ninja taking those shots, and we saw it there, Dan W picking up like, oh wait, never mind, hold on, let me get straight into this because we have a firing range on mid. Dan W does find one in the background, but those pistols tapping down those CTs, but here come the big guns and they're ready to play. Seems like Fox has managed to retrieve an AWP here. Is he going to actually use it, or is he going to stick to the pistol? He's got himself in a 1v4, and he's in the lion's den at the moment. He's in the middle of every single CT, and JKM, cool as anything, jumping down and killing him. It's hard to see. It's hard to see, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Dan W sitting on 24 kills right now, and I think the artillery side, what's not working for them at all is they're trying to take mid control, but there's a clear lack of smoke knowledge, yeah? So, like, in the round before last, they need to just smoke top connector there. They've got 2 smoke grenades. Someone knows the top connector smoke. They can smoke it, completely eliminate Dan W, work their way up short. But instead, they contest and they get completely torn apart. Sammy S finds himself 2 kills early. But again, no smoke. Made that 3! Sammy, what are you doing? He's dancing around, finding himself the kills. And again, if someone knows a top mid smoke there, they can go out off of that and they don't have to contest Sammy straight away. If someone knows how to smoke window, they can do the same. But instead, they're just peeking out dry and they're contesting someone that is clearly very, very confident with the AWP. And he will absolutely tear you apart if you give him the opportunity to do so. And right now, the artillery, they're giving Signals all the opportunities to abuse. Dan W gets himself on 26 kills right now. This is where he's starting to pull away and shine. Absolutely on fire in the artillery. Well, they're continuing to buy into this one, trying to find themselves something. It's the last round of the half. They'd like to make this 13-2, but if the current situation continues, I think we'll be looking at a 14-1 stomp half from the Signals. Oh, Sammy. Sammy!
Sammy. Josh, he's putting on a show for us this afternoon. Obviously, regards to the fact that it's been a hard slog for the artillery and obviously the Signals, all of their team are playing very well. But Sammy in particular, he's, by name by nature, the S at the end of the name obviously gives you +2 to your AWP skill. Showing up and really giving chat at least a showcase on what you can do with the big green gun, especially on a map like Mirage, on middle, where it's so dangerous to have on your CT side.
You might have to give it a go, Blitzy. Add an S to the end of your name, Blitzy S. Run
Blitzy's,
around with the AWP. See if it works for you.
Could work. Could work. Josh S. Now, you don't really need it, Josh. You're obviously the more superior CS player in regards to our skill level. If you ever get the chance, no, carry on by all means. I was just about to plug the fact that if chat had you on their team, that you'd probably end up winning, especially on Face It.
Oh, I don't know about that. I certainly wouldn't say no to a +2 AWP skill as well. If it's just at the expense of an S at the end of your name, but Sammy showcasing that you might be right. As we go into the pistol round right now, and the Signals, looking like they're going for an old-fashioned B push. Oh, no, they're not. They're going underpass. They're switching things up. They're going for a cinnamon swirl.
Ooh. PM, though, not a fan of cinnamon swirls. Gets domed straight away. Train of pain chugging down middle. Only getting stopped by Spence and Connor here as he gets onto A site. 3 versus 2 here. This is what the artillery need. Though Spence can't quite pull it out for them. Puts them in a 2v2 as the T's have dispersed now to spread out onto A site. Bomb is going to start going down. And it's going to be Connor with it all left to do.
2 versus 1, but the Signals, they've got such strong post plants here. They've got a complete crossfire. Connor, he spotted one player, but as soon as he takes the engagement, the player should swing from Con here. No, JKM's actually not going to. It gives him the opportunity, but as the bomb's beeping away, he's running out of time. He needs to go for the defuse. He finds himself one. Oh my goodness, the bomb's not planted for JKM, but he's got a grenade, and that should finish things off. No, it's not going to. Oh, that's so close, but JKM does just about come out on top. I thought that the bomb was planted on the side of the box, which would mean that their crossfire was just perfect, Jax. It means that they can play off the contact of the other player, they can completely shut that one down, but then JKM made the mistake to not swing when his teammate took the engagement on CT, and actually, as soon as his teammate on CT dies, he's got himself in a position where he's in a 1 versus 1, the bomb's not planted for him, that almost fell apart for them. They did manage to pull it back right at the end. And now they go into what could be the final round as Mr. Snowman tries to make sure of it. JKM finds himself one more. 3 versus 2 now in the artillery. Well, they're fighting for their lives right now.
That they are. If you notice there, Nasher taking no prisoners right now, taking a leaf out of the engineer's book and buying himself a Negev. Can see the shotgun in the hands of Sammy S not really working. There we go. Frag from the Negev onto Spence. You don't see it very often. And Nash finishes it off with the Negev. That's a 16-1 scoreline. Royal Signals taking no prisoners as we go into our second map. Josh, what do we say about that? I mean, just nothing seemed to come together for the artillery that game, and it's not like the artillery to see them get stomped like that so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to round it off. Pure BM with that Negev towards the end there to find yourself 2 kills. And I mean, yeah, we haven't seen a stomp like that since the first week that I did. I think we saw a game pretty similar to that. It was on Mirage. It was like a 16-1 or a 16-2. And that was actually from the Signals as well. But since then, we haven't seen a one-sided game like that in a long time, at least a few weeks. So yeah, it's a bizarre one to see, but the Signals showed that they were just on fire on Mirage. Yeah, they not only had they been practicing, and that was somewhat clear on their T side, but also they had such a strong CT side that they didn't even need to show anything funky on the T side. Yeah, they're like 14-1 up. They only had 2 T rounds, and I think it really just came down to solid holder Dan W, lack of utility usage from the T side, which allowed these players to abuse things like mid and stuff like that, prevent the players from getting up short, because the artillery were taking mid control every single round, and then they couldn't do anything with it because they were trying to take the mid control, but as soon as they got in mid, they couldn't go up short because they had no connector smoke. They couldn't go up connector because they had no short or window smoke. It just absolutely fell apart from them, and Sammy with that AWP, making sure that he got that at least the first pick almost every single round. Yeah, on mid, he peek, get that first pick, and then you've opened up the round. Yeah? You've got that man advantage. Your team can fall back and they can just play off of that. So really, really well played from the Signals, and I'm interested to see what they bring into this next map, and if they can close this one out with a 2-0, because if they keep that momentum up, it will be an easy 2-0 today.
We'll have to wait and see if the artillery can pull something out of the bag on the second map. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very, very quick break. So go get yourself some snacks. Go get yourself get a bit of water, maybe even an energy drink, because we're going to find out who is going to take this best of 3 very, very shortly. So until then, guys, see you in a second.
Stay hydrated.
I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I live alone on my own, won't you save me? I've got hope, but I need more than that. You can help me, bring me down to earth. And I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. We've both got problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, put your mind to rest. And she said, I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling top to toe, falling in love, but my heart's not there. I walk alone on my own, won't you leave me? There's a road, but I need more than that. If you help me, no one will get hurt. And I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. You and I have problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, lay your mind to rest, your mind to rest.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live into our second game of our best of 3 with Royal Artillery versus the Royal Signals. We're jumping straight into pistol round, where the Royal Artillery seems to be playing this really aggressive on Banana. They might be able to catch themselves some kills if they play their cards right. They found themselves 2. They've got the bomb down as well. Spence, what is this aggression? He's found 3, BM 2 more. Look at this change of pace. How have the Artillery come out the trap so hot after such a painful loss on Mirage? Very, very convincingly taking it 1-0 right now on Inferno. That was so quick. I can't even believe that round is already over. That was absolutely nuts. The Signals getting mowed down. Now the Artillery side bought heavily into this round. And the Signals just down to pistols right now. So just trying to see if they can work something into this one. Dan W lands himself a nice headshot. Means they can get up Banana here if they choose to. Spence, the man to hold it up, finds himself one though. Big JD there as well, getting himself a kill over towards A. Gives him that man advantage as Spence is still alive, causing problems. But as he finally falls, it doesn't matter too much because he's bought enough time for Flox, his teammate, to rotate in. So a 3 versus 3 now. So Royal Signals looking like they're going to regroup, try and work something over towards A, and it might be the right pick as the Artillery side have Gamble rotated B. Oh no.
Seems like Nash is going to be leading the charge here onto this bomb site here. This side on Inferno currently. Good map to cast. It's a great match to watch. I'm going to see Connor pushing out a library. Does spot one. Utility's going to go in to try and flush him out. Connor, oh, does actually catch the pixel there. He does kill him. Nasher goes down. Snowman getting a refrag though. We're still at a 2v2 and the T's are in some very dangerous positions. CTs do clean it up. Second round Artillery. It's a good start for them. Wasn't expecting such a quick start from the Artillery, but definitely making it work.
Yeah, I mean, this is a different Artillery side we're seeing right now, yeah? On Mirage, I felt they really seemed lost, yeah? They were just unable to find any rounds. Every single time they tried to take control, they were just caught off guard. They walked into crossfires. It just didn't work out for them at all. Whereas, okay, we're only 2 rounds in, but like, they're just on top of this, yeah? The pistol round, they full confidence just charged down Banana and took the round. Second round, they've played that retake absolutely perfectly and pulled it off as well, despite the man disadvantage. Right now, we're seeing them throwing out Molotov. Gives the illusion that they could be top Banana, but instead they've fallen right back to the site. Good utility usage from them as well to reel them back further as Spence gets the info. He can relay it. Might be a rotation from Flox now. Come on, Flox. There's all the info on top Banana. You know that the players are there. There we go. The rotation coming in. Spam's coming through from BM as well. As the Signals start to fall back off of Banana. So they've taken the control. Leave Nash up there, but with only 50 HP. Let's see what he can do with it as the Signals looking like they're going to try and initiate a push over towards A.
Sammy's already got that long covered. Here we go. Oh, wow. Uncharacteristic from Sammy. He does fall to the UMP as well. What a strange gun to fall to on long. Big JD finds another. Connor, headshot in Dan W as well, but Nasher opening B site. The bomb is nowhere to be found on B. It's rotating over. Will the CTs read this right and rotate over quickly now that that B site has been cracked open? They are there. They're just taking their time in CT. Very interesting play coming out from the CTs right now.
Yeah, it's a nice position from Nasher, but he's unable to help his teammate cross. Mr. Snowman does eventually get across to the site, get the bomb down. Nasher, though, might be able to line 2 up here. If they don't check his angle, they're not going to check it. The flash is there as well. In fact, it's his teammate's flash. Oh, no, Flox. You don't want to be dying there. It leaves Mr. Snowman in a 1 versus 1 against Big JD. Why has he pulled out the Glock? Oh no, it's fallen apart. Big JD clutches up the round and gets the defuse in. I don't I don't get that. I don't get why Mr. Snowman's pulled out the Glock there. He may not be a confident AWPer, but you know that the guy is coming from CT. You just scope in, you hold the angle, you click when he walks into his crosshair. It's a round that I really don't think he should have been losing there, but either way, Big JD plays it well. 6-0 right now. So they pull out a full buy. They go 3-0 up, the Royal Artillery. So Signal was bought into this one as well, but not the buy I'm sure they'd be hoping for.
Artillery looking very strong right now. Currently, as we try to see what they're going to do.
Are you looking at a frozen scope, Blitzy?
I am, yeah.
So am I.
Don't
I think
quite
we're
know
having some
what's-
technical difficulties.
This is the
Or
longest hold I
They're
think I've
just
ever seen.
really still. Yeah, they're really still.
Really dedicated to this scope hold right now. It's amazing how much patience BM has here. In fact, I'm almost baffled by the level of patience from
He seems to have
BM
been able
currently.
to freeze time as well. It's crazy,
Indeed.
crazy stuff.
I don't think I've seen this much patience from any teams. Look at both of them. As you can see back there, two Signals players are just holding this banana for so long. It's almost this is probably the most legendary banana hold we might have ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that someone has put a spell on the map. Everyone is frozen, and we're just gonna have to wait and see just who ends up taking it after this very impromptu pause. Josh, should we just highlight this very early lead from the artillery currently? Obviously, minus the issue we find ourselves in with this scope. You know, the scope breaking the game.
Oh,
here we go.
We're back, but it's funky colours. No, okay, it's back to normal. It's back to normal. Signals took the round. They've put one on the board. It's 3-1. But everyone seems to have frozen again.
Oh, yep, that is true. It seems that Spence now is holding this angle just as professionally as BM was earlier. And in fact, BM, you can see him up there on that box. He is also taking his time with this hold here on the B side. Can confirm the Signals did pick up that round during the witching hour. Oh, we're back into it now as the Signals have taken a second round. It seems that these long holds from the artillery are just not working for them at the moment, and the Signals are taking full advantage of these situations.
Indeed they are. I mean, it's funny because when you asked, just before we cut back into the game, and you said, what do you think of this early lead from the artillery? I said it is absolutely amazing if they can keep it up. You often see with these kind of teams, oh no!
Oh.
BM getting real aggressive. I don't think they'll be able to hold on to this round as they're just down to the pistols. Sammy able to clean things up for sure. Smoke goes in as well. They will be able to retrieve the bomb and fall back off of it. But assuming where I was before, I think you often see these teams, okay, they come off the back of a really hard loss and they say, right, okay, new game, let's like come at this with a fresh mentality. And they charge right into it and they take a few rounds and they're looking really, really hot. And then the other teams start to adapt, they find their footing, they start bringing it back, and we see the same sort of Counter-Strike that we were seeing in the last game. And it seems very much like that seems to be what's happened. I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case, and it was just going to be like artillery, they're really, really strong in this half, they take a really good lead, and then we're looking in the face of like a third map straight away. But they seem to have come out really strong. They've taken those first 3 rounds really, really convincingly, and then the Signals, they found their footing, they win the buy round, they then win that second pistol round, they go in, it wasn't really a pistol round, it was a force buy from the artillery side, and then they've gone into this one, even though it was a little bit messy. They've won this one as well. So things level out at 3-3, and now, well, that initial 3 rounds from the artillery aren't as amazing as they seemed before. They need to start stringing some more together if they want to be taking this half. Because, I mean, in the last 3, the signals have looked really, really good.
Indeed they have, yeah. Signal's starting to get their playbook in order for the Inferno map. Obviously, they have played this map before. They've done pretty well with them. But I'm going to presume Artillery, they picked this one because they've got the chance to practice it a bit more, and they work together well on it. We've seen them actually use this map pick before against the Engineers, I believe, as well. If not, it was their 3rd map pick, and they did pretty good on it. But again, Signals are a different breed. Engineers and Signals, both great teams, but they both play very differently. So we're just going to see how these next couple of rounds pan out. We might start to see another trend come in here. So we do see BM actually does take down Dan W with that ult. BM on the ult, I don't see him using it as much. He's doing all right with it right now. And looks like this A push as well, this A poke at least from Sammy has been shut down by JD, and leaves the T's wondering where they want to go at the moment.
It does lead you to question how a team can dominate so much that you take a game 16-1, yeah, and you've got players that are going sort of 10 rounds before they're even dying more than once, to then go into it. Oh no, JKM. Oh, it's not working for the Signals to this game. I mean, I just don't understand how you can go into a second map off the back of a win like that and actually, like, just be losing these rounds like this. Like, maybe it's overconfidence. Maybe the Artillery have just found their footing. JKM starting to redeem himself after shooting his teammate, but as Nasha falls, he's left in a 1v3. His position is known. Surely he can't find anything here. He's still alive, though. Finally gets taken down by Connor, and the Artillery will be able to get the bomb defused. He's managed to do a decent amount of damage, though, but the Artillery still come out on top. Round number 7 goes to them. As we go into the 8th and the Signals, they've got the money to buy into it. Really want to level things out again here.
Yeah, we'll see what the Artillery has in the bag here. They've grabbed a second ult. Connor's going to be using that. Flux back on the UMP. Seems to like that weapon quite a lot. We've seen him pick up a couple of kills with it already this game as well. But will those 2 AWPs be able to take down Sammy, who's been absolutely demolishing, or at least in the last game we saw, demolishing with that AWP? Yeah, no, Signals having a bit of a harder time of it on this T side, though. A well-practiced CT on this map is a very hard thing to get around, though not impossible. So we'll have to see. But again, it's nice to see that the Artillery, they are showing that they are a very good team. They are, honestly, they are doing very well in the Lions League to keep the entertainment coming in, especially for us. But this will be the map for them to show off and showcase that. Ooh, that timing from Connor. Dan W knows he's there. And hopefully Connor realizes that, you know, he did get spotted there. I think he does. We're going to have a standoff as Flux hot up in a bit late. Going to start burning himself down. Gets taken down by Sammy S as well in the process. Connor does finally take down Sammy S, as there's still 2 AWPs in play, but with 2 AWPs on the retake, might be a bit trickier. Dan W finding 2 headshots in return, putting BM on his own, and he chooses to back off with that ult. Another round going the way of the Signals.
It's weird to see the rounds that the Signals bounce back. They seem to be dominant, but then straight off of a round win like this, then they lose a round. It's so weird, this game, where they were showing domination throughout the entire map, pretty much, on Mirage. It seems that they're giving it a little burst in Inferno. They lose the pistol round, they lose the second round, they lose the third, they bring a couple back, and then now the last couple of rounds have been so backwards and forwards. It's like the Signals take a round with ease. I think they had like all 5 players alive. Then they lose the next to the Artillery. Then they bounce back into it with a round like that. They keep 3 players alive, like really, really strong round. And as we go into round number 9, again, we're seeing another fair buy round. This is like the 3rd or 4th round in a row now where we've seen both teams with the money to be able to buy everything into it. We're seeing an AWP on both sides. It's a really, really interesting game. These teams cannot be broken apart so far. I'm interested to see who breaks away. Statistically speaking, it should be the Signals, but so far it's been shown that the Artillery are definitely capable. This Inferno game is anyone's, especially with BM opening things up like that. And quite frankly, Nasher just peeking alone for no reason there. He had no support from a teammate, no flash, no anything. And of course you're going to fall, especially with BM holding that angle. Sammy gets a refrag onto Big JD though. Flock's trying to trade it, only does a tiny bit of damage. So we find ourselves in a 4-on-4. Minute left on the clock, and Connor finding one on short. Not traded yet though. As the Signal's trying to get them way onto the A site.
Connor's so tricky to dislodge from that graveyard position. He's actually moved. Catches one of the tees off. Does he know there's a second? I think he might have seen it or at least heard it. Sammy relocating as well, taking down Flux. Flux loving his SMGs currently this game. Connor finding the second tee as well, actually. He's gone down. Sammy now backing up. And it's almost deja vu as we see Sammy now on the back foot with that AWP, trying to save it just like we saw Connor doing in the last round as well. What I will say for the Artillery is it seems like they're not making the mistakes they did last game in the sense of, you know, giving the Signals those easy 1v1s or those 1v2s. You know, they're playing slow CT gameplay. They're staying on their sites. They're not getting too wild with it. And on Inferno, you don't really need to get too wild with it. You don't need to really poke into middle that much. You know, let the T's try and work out where they want to go, and you can really lock down those sites with those positions, like on Graveyard, like in, on the Church position on B as well. It seems like the Artillery, I'm sorry, in fact, the Signals are struggling to dislodge the Artillery from those positions.
Yeah, I mean, what's important to remember as well is that the Artillery, they didn't really get a CT side on Inferno, on Mirage, sorry. Yeah, they went full team 1 down in the first half, so they only had 2 CT rounds to be played on that Mirage side. And I think you're pretty defeated towards the end of the game like that. So to see them on a CT side here, they're very disciplined, they're playing it very, very well, but this isn't necessarily anything new, yeah? Like, we just didn't get to see it on the Mirage side. Right now, Spence in that boost position, able to find himself 1 damage on the second, but can't convert the kill as JKM trades it. So 4v3 now as the Signals do take the B site, but as the CT smoke fades, have they got... Yeah, they've got a smoke to re-smoke it. Haven't chosen to yet, but Sammy's going to be holding it. Finds Big JD. Flock's doing a bit of damage on the player on New Box, but unable to convert the kill. Connor does find himself 1, though. It's going to be the Dark player down, and Flox, oh, he's doing so much damage on this New Box player, but they just can't seem to get rid of him. Sammy takes out Connor. Flox surely falls here, and either way, there's nothing left he can do. The bomb's beeping far too fast. As the player comes in from behind, there we go. Nasher takes him down, and the Signals... Again, I mean, this is exactly what I was saying before. We've just seen another 2 rounds go backwards and forwards. Yeah, we've seen Signals take a round, Artillery take a round, Signals take a round again. This time, though, the Signals seem to have broken the economy of the Artillery side. They are down to an eco, and we might be seeing them string 2 in a row together and pull away here.
That
Good nade, but it's not going to do any damage.
Wait, how did JD get in such a good position here? He's got the backup too. The big guns now coming out to mop them up. Very quick round there. Obviously, it's going to be a round going away the Signals, but you are correct in the sense that these rounds are just going back and forth after every 2. So one more round going away the Signals possibly, or are we going to see Artillery tie this one back up and keep it in deadlock?
Maybe they will, but they're back down to another low buy. They've got the Deagles, they've got the grenades. Not going for a fast nade stack, though. They're actually waiting for the info. See where they can hear the steps, then throw the nades. But they've actually gone for a full A gamble stack, and as Nasher finds himself 1, it's going to initiate the push on B, and I think sooner or later, the signals are going to realise that they are walking onto an empty bomb site. The artillery have gambled wrong, but Sammy misses his shot. That's going to cost him the AWP. Luckily, Nash is there to get the trade, but as Big JD gets the trade back, they've got an M4. One of these players with the USP should be able to go and retrieve that AWP. No one's going to go grab it. They're going for this retake. This is crazy. They don't have any Kevlar, and they've got an AWP and an M4 down. Just grab those 2 weapons and go and save them. There we go. Spence going to go grab the M4. They're going to fall right back and save. That's a good call. Luckily, it came before they made the mistake of pushing in with those USPs. And actually, a very good eco from the artillery, as long as they can hold on to these weapons.
Although you might... No, never mind. The USP not strong enough or accurate at the moment to take anything from that. Does leave JD and Spence, though, to get away with their lives. Keep that extra bit of economy for their team. How's this shaping up, do you think? Obviously, you were talking about the statistics of the Signals taking this one away. The artillery, they are still putting up a very valiant fight. They haven't really let the deadlock get too far away yet, and they have this buy round. In my opinion, it's going to slowly come down to the fact that the Signals are going to start to work out these positions that the artillery keep going into. Especially on B side, they keep going to those same positions. And, creatures of habit, they eventually get caught out, and those spots get memorized.
Yeah, DanW really close to taking an early pick there, but I think the thing is if the artillery can stay in this one, yeah, they can continue to trade these rounds, then there's definitely potential for them to take this game. But as soon as they let it slip, as soon as they let Signals run away with a few in a row, they completely fall apart. And there we go, the Signals open up top bracket just with ease, yeah. And now you've got Connor left on the site, 3 players to find. He's doing a good job of it though, as he finds 2. Does a lot of damage onto the 3rd. He's brought it into a 3-on-3. He's delayed enough for his teammates to come in. Gets himself a 3rd one as well. Seems to know there's a player in pit. That is a fantastic hold-up from Connor there, as Sammy's going to fall as well. Nasher gets taken out by BM, and well, the artillery, just as I said it, Connor steps up. He's been a fantastic player so far this game, holding up as the A anchor on that site. And yeah, I mean, they keep themselves in it. They do. They're 2 men down in that situation. They keep themselves in it. They stay afloat. They don't allow Signals to run away and take themselves a 10-5 half. Yeah, they're keeping this one competitive, and now they can pull out an AWP on, or keep the AWP on BM. Saved it from the last round, and he's playing it over towards B.
What concerns me about the artillery at the moment is whether their CT side, obviously doing very well at the moment to lock down these sites, is that going to transition over to their T side, and are they going to be, going to be able to transition from being passive to aggressive? And, is taking those sites convincingly, or is that passive nature going to cause some issues on their pushes? I just hope that they can find the difference, find a good mid-ground between those, and continue this great match that we're seeing right now, which has been very back and forth, very even, and fun to watch. But chat, before we jump straight back into the action, who do you think is going to win this? Is it going to be the artillery? Is it going to be the Signals? As we see the Signals take down their first player.
Yeah, Spencer's played that boost spot above the smoke before, so Signal's definitely expecting it. And actually, he was the last player. He was the anchor on the B site. BM, though, finds himself Nasher through the smoke. But, yeah, that's the issue. They didn't get themselves any kills on the initial site take from the Signal. So they're now on a 4v4 retake. DanW makes it a 4-on-3. Sammy takes out Connor as well. This retake becoming ever so harder for the artillery side, as BM finds himself 1 back, but he's now left in a 1 versus 3. And I think, yeah, the bomb's speaking far too fast. Anything he gets here will just be to take the guns out of his enemy's hands. And even if he gets taken down here, JKM should die to the bomb. No, he doesn't. Just about gets far enough away, but doesn't pick up the AWP, interestingly.
Yeah, no, that was BM kind of, ride or die in there. Could have gone down to the bomb just as quickly as he did to the enemy player there. So obviously more concerned about trying to take down as many T's with him. But have you seen this buy coming out from the CTs? It's such a mixed buy at the moment. Flox sticking to a USP, Big JD running a Deagle, BM with the AWP. Possibly could have bought some of his teammates there, but it is paying off for them at the moment. They have got the kill advantage, and it's going to be a 3v1. In fact, hush my mouth. Caster's Curse coming in clutch there as the artillery pick up a very strange round. Wow.
It's a very, very strange round. Big JD, though. A big round from him. Gets himself 2 nice kills. Opening things up with that crisp 1 dig as well. Very fast round. Allows the artillery to, keep things close again. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look how many traded rounds there were, especially towards the end of that first half. Things staying really, really close, and I hope to see it staying like that going into the second half. Is that right? Mr. Snowman for the Signals, 36 points whilst on 4 kills.
Oh, wow.
Is that just bomb plants?
I believe it is. He's got four MVPs. Obviously not for frags, but maybe
bomb plants. I think that is crazy.
Yeah, that's got to be bomb plants. Very interesting scoreboard. I don't think I've ever seen anything so scuffed. That's actually baffling. Great stuff. Great stuff, scoreboard. Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that you can have a hell of an impact, even if you're lacking on the kills. To have a man to be able to just get onto that site, get that bomb plant. It's a very, very important tool to have in the toolbox, and I'm not surprised to see that on the CT side, he's the man to pull out the kit as well. Just the demolition man on both sides, and right now we're seeing the artillery. They're going for a fast banana take, but are they going to commit to it? Are they going to continue to push up B, or are they going to take banana, give the illusion that they're going for a B take, and then fall right back off of it? It's looking like they're committing to it, and that's a mistake, especially when Dan W, sitting on the coffins, finds himself 2 nice headshots, finally traded by Big JD, but JKM's on the site. You've got Nasher swinging from CT as well. This is completely shut down, but JKM finds himself alone on the site. But look at Sammy's position. He's right behind them. He finds both kills. I was thinking maybe he was going to go for a knife or something there, but no. Cleans it up. Both kills. Signals take the pistol round. Put themselves 9-7 right now, and they can string together this next round as well. They'll be putting themselves on double digits. A nice position to be in.
Yeah, that was a very comfortable round for the Signals. I mean, it was a good push from the artillery. They did find them, but there's a reason why Dan W is on the Army team, the Army official team. He's just so precise. His headshots cleaner than most, and again, he's a great addition to have, especially with Dan W. If I'm not mistaken, currently in-game leader for the Signals as well. So it's great to have an in-game leader that can frag out just like, oh, Sammy.
Oh no, Sammy.
Sammy just can't quite seem to find a kill. In fact, I think he's.
How is he alive?
What is going on with this round right now? Oh wow. Hard to keep track of what happened there.
No Signal players dying there either. Sammy, he sprayed a whole 5.7 mag. He's not killed anyone. He's then reloaded, got himself a kill, and survived throughout all that carnage. I mean, whatever. Whatever. He's brought himself an AWP in this round. And going into the buy round. They're definitely on top, and Sammy, there we go. Not going to be missing that one. Really, really strong player on that AWP. Maybe just not a 5.7 player, I suppose. But
probably not.
Shouldn't matter too much when you're as consistent as you are with that scoped rifle. So gives them that man advantage. And the artillery now, a man down. Desperately trying to find one back, but also slowing things down. Looking like they're going to go for some control over towards A.
JD pre-fire in that position, but no one's home. Nasher was there, and he gets away with it. The timing for Nasher is keeping him alive for now. He's gonna end up bumping into Flox. Flox does fall. It's the first time I've seen Flox with a rifle, actually. He was sticking to the SMGs throughout the first half of this game. And that's Sammy versus Connor duel, and Sammy comes out on top, no issues. Does finally get those frags on the board, and I don't know. I don't quite know what to say with that pistol. around that we saw earlier. But what I do know is Sammy S is just really goddamn good with that orb.
Indeed he is. It's a Sammy and Nasher show that round. I mean, Sammy getting himself 3 really, really strong showing from him. And Nasher, the timing was impeccable. It was almost comical to see from our perspective, the X-rays. He just gets himself around the corner, getting away with those kills. But right now, Sammy, he's bitten off more than he can chew. He's peeked mid and he's been absolutely charged down by a pistol push. The Molotov's going to go too deep, and Mr. Snowman, he's doing his best to try and hold this one up. He's done a lot of damage, but he is going to fall. So the man advantage going in the favor of the T side, and the bomb going down. Nasher finds himself 1, but as he goes down 2, a 3 versus 2 now. 2 guns retrieved for the artillery side. A really good flashbang from Dan W. Allows him to swing the site, but unable to spot anything out as of yet, as actually he's going to fall to Connor, and it's all on JKM. A 1 versus 3. He knows that at least 1 is on the site. There we go. We'll be able to find Connor in pit. Spots a player on site as well. Gets that one. Can he get the 3rd? Yes, he can. JKM.
JKM.
What a clutch. Oh my.
Wow.
He's just about going to get that bomb defuse in as well. The signals take the 12th round, and JKM, the substitute that comes in today, proves his worth. Maybe we'll be seeing him more often in the future weeks.
What a clutch. He knew exactly where to peak as well. That was phenomenal. You know, I was 200 IQ, I suppose we could call it. He knew exactly where to peak. You know, instinct coming in clutch there, and the shots as well. It was so clinical. It was great to see. JKM, you have my vote, buddy. Is Sammy already opening up his kill wallet? Takes 2. JD, though, he's angry. Takes down Sammy in return. Warp out of the hands of the CCs. And Nasher, in fact, does push down. Gets domed. Spence takes down Nasher in return. And JKM gets a frag as well, putting Connor in a 1v3. But Dan W's creeping. Connor's got to have got that sound cue. Doesn't quite put it together, though, and that's a 13th round for Signals. Rounds starting to slowly creep away from these artillery players now.
Yeah, Dan W able to retrieve that AWP from Sammy, and yeah, the Signals seem to be pulling away here. Sammy, an absolutely fantastic opener on mid, and then, I mean, re-peaking is always a very, very dangerous game on mid on Inferno, but he seemed to do it. He did it with class. The artillery pulled out an auto sniper last round to try and deal with Sammy, and yeah, he got his head ripped off straight away. So a big investment for no real reward. So we're going to round number 21. The artillery, they're forced into this one again, but even though they've got the weapons, they haven't got the utility, and it means they can't smoke Sammy off. In fact, they could have smoked Sammy off. They've got 2 smoke grenades, but they choose not to, and the bomb walks up mid alone. It gets dropped, and well, now they're left to pick up the pieces, but Big JD and BM, they seem to be doing so. Dan W gets the trade, though. It's a 3 versus 3. Spence in Boiler really wants to try and retrieve this bomb, but is he going to be expecting Sammy to be holding it from long?
I don't think he is, actually. He does peek out the wrong time. Dan W covering his battle buddy there as he takes down Connor, putting JD alone in a 1v2, but I'm not too sure why Flox pushed out there without any assistance. There was no one there to back him up. If he did go down, there's no utility. Peeked the wrong way as well. I mean, and it drops the bomb in a very precarious position. Flox, that was not a good play from him, and it puts the artillery in jeopardy, but JD loves jeopardy as he takes down 1. He's going to make the smart play to rotate, but Dan W guns him down. Damn, that's hard to see there, but well, hey, good pick up from Dan W. That's another round in the way of the Signals. Make that 1 more as we see the artillery struggling with their 2 men down currently.
Yeah, this is their time to fight back, and exactly what we were saying about earlier on, the Signals, they were just able to pull away, and as they get themselves onto match point, they're not going to let this one slip. It's Spence and Connor left alive. Connor's got himself a nice position here to try and get something, but he jumps up at the wrong time. He's going to get taken down by Nasher. And the Signals, whilst it was looking very, very competitive in the first half, they run away with it, especially in the second. In fact, they don't drop a single round on their CT side. Take the game 16-7. I mean, all in all, a pretty clean sweep of a best of 3. Signals taking it 2-0, but I mean, you wouldn't have said so when you're looking at the first half of Inferno. You wouldn't have said it was going to be as clean cut as that.
No, we'll harken back to what we said about the artillery. They are a very good team, and we did get to see a really good showing on that CT side. But it's just, it's the signals, man. What can you say? They are so dominant at the moment. They're so well practiced, so well versed, and they've got so many great players as well. It's just, you can't really knock them. There's not really much you can say badly about the signals currently. They've set themselves up well. They're very well organized. They support each other well, as well as the artillery as well. They support each other as well a lot as well in the background. Their social media, their Discord. You always see them bigging them up and looking after each other. And just seems like the signals have got that on lock. They've been a stellar showing for the Lions League in regards of what army teams can do for esports, how they look after their guys, and how they can set themselves up. So, signals, you guys absolutely have demolished this season. It's been great to see. And I hope this is almost like a model for the other army teams now to follow. Get those guys in, get the morale up, get the training in, and really show up is my final kind of consensus on the signals tonight. But Josh, how do you feel that best of two went before we finish things off for this evening here at the Lions League?
Well, I think it's very, very clear that the Signals have an incredibly strong lineup of players. And even when you've got key players like Solrak going off, taking other ventures and playing in other scenes and stuff like that, you can pull in one of your subs and say, right, your time to shine today, make it count. And they completely dominate. I mean, that was an absolutely fantastic debut from JKM. Really, really good plays from him. We saw on both maps, in fact, really, really key player. And yeah, I mean, if the Signals keep up what they've been doing today, what they've been doing in previous weeks, we could definitely be seeing them taking this league. They have been fantastic throughout, and I'm very excited to see how they do in future weeks. For now, though, that's going to be all from us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will be back with you on Thursday for some more Lions League action. Make sure you drop us a follow, though, because we're going to have loads more content going on. We're going to be bringing you another CSGO Fight Night qualifier match tomorrow night, and then Thursday, more Lions League. Friday, more CSGO Fight Night. We're absolutely packed with content. So drop a follow and make sure you do not miss it. For now, though, it's going to be all from me and Blitzy. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and good night.